Hello everyone. In this video we are going to look at two things. One is the add-ins for creating parts like a spur gear or a bolt, which is under utilities, and the other one is a rendering, which is here. So here first we're going to make this spur gear. We're going to add the decal to it. We're going to change the scene and everything, and we are going to see a rendered version of the part against some scene that you can pick. So to do that, here, let's go ahead to the design and create a new part. Now we go under utilities and we go here, add-ins, right? Add-ins and scripts. And here we have some scripts and add-ins that we can add and we can run for specific things. Let's say here I run this Python script that is for creating spur gear. So I say run, and it gives me this window, and this is where I can create what? I can create a spur gear by just providing the parameters for it. So let's say I want the metric one with the pressure angle of 20 degrees with the gear modulus of 6. With 24 teeth, which means pitch diameter of 144, which is the product of the two. In this case, no backlash, but you can add a backlash if you want. That's more realistic. A root fillet diameter of 1.5, a gear thickness of, let's say, 20 mils, a hole diameter of, let's say, 25 mils. And you okay that, and there we go. That's a beautiful spur gear that you have, okay? And you can do a similar thing for bolts if you want. You can just go here again and you can run the one that is for bolts. You see this one? If I run this, again, it allows me to pick the bolt parameters. Like for instance here, if I go with a body diameter of, let's say I want an M10 bolt, so it should be 1 centimeter. And then the head diameter should be 2 because that's a corner to corner. The head height should be 0.75. The body length is like 4. Cut angle of 30 degrees. Chamfer of, let's say 0.1. And a fillet radius of 3. So you can see the bolt already here, right? So that's your hex bolt, huh? And of course, you can go and rotate it and move it out of the way, right? So I click on this, move it out of the way, and then I can go ahead and basically rotate this guy for 180 degrees. And there we go. So you see, you can make toolbox parts. And this is for bolt, that is for gears. Now let's say here that we made these parts. Now we want to go ahead and render them, right? So let's get rid of this because we don't need that one. It's just enough for this case to just render the gear. So with the gear selected, we go to the render tool. And here we can apply material to the part. We can change the scene and everything. So let's say this gear, we go to the body, we right click and apply physical material, right? Or we can apply color. If you don't want to apply material, we can apply color. So let's say we go to the metals and let's say make it aluminum anodized red like that. And we close it. So that is the gear now. Now, if you want, you can add a decal, right? So you can click here and then you can click on this one and, this tool here, decal. You go and find your decal picture, right? So let's say this, this image, I assume. Click on this face, and this is AGMA, American Gear Manufacturing Association. And here, let's move this guy and bring it somewhere in the middle like that. Okay, and you can rotate it, of course. You can shrink it. You can do anything you want to it. Let's give it some Z angle of, let's say, 45 degrees. There we go. Right, so you can put that decal on it. And now you can change the scene. So you can click here. And for background, you can pick a color or a solid color, which you can change, or you can pick an environment, which is more interesting. So I pick an environment here. And then for environment, if you go to the environment library, there are some libraries that you can pick, right? So there are some libraries that you can pick. And let's say here I pick this Plaza one, right? And there we go. I apply the Plaza. And now here I can change the exposure to make it very dark or very bright, right? So then I can also pick the focal length to see how much of the picture you want to see, right? So let's say here I pick this. And for camera, I can make it orthographic or perspective. You can provide depth of the field here, right? And you can provide depth of the field. You can provide center of the focus. You can blur the image if you want. Okay, there are lots of things that you can do. You can change the aspect ratio, and you can change the brightness of the picture. There are lots of settings that you can do here. And once you're done with it, and if you can find HDR files, specific high definition files, then you can have your own custom HDR. The only thing is, look here, it's not a single JPEG or PNG image. It has to be an HDR image. Otherwise, SolidWorks will not pick it as an environment. So you need HDR files here. Okay, so once you have that set up, if you want to change color, which in this case I'm good with the color, then this is to capture an image from it, and these tools are for rendering. Okay, so you can change here in render setting, in canvas render setting. So what are the resolutions that you want to have? You can change the resolution. You can lock the view. You can go to how this determines how fast you're doing it, right? And if this is okay to you, now we can do an in-canvas rendering. So let's go ahead and see that rendering. This one is quite a bit fast. This one is done fast. This one, the final rendering, which really gives you high definition picture, this takes quite a bit more time. But let's see here. So a picture should appear here. Once you click on this rendering, it is doing its job. So if you click here, so of course you have to save this. So let me save this for now and call it Utilities Render Demo. Okay. So now once you click on it, it is starting to load that picture here. And finally, you can save it to your local drive. And by the way, these are the render settings that you can pick. Okay, so we can look at the time, right? Render time queue is less than 10 minutes. Do you want to do it local or on a cloud? Do you want a standard quality or final quality? What is the image size? There are lots of things. So here, let's just make it small for now. And if you want to make video out of it, there are all sorts of things. If you want to do print, if you want to put it on web or on mobile device, you can do all of the settings. And then it starts the rendering, and you should start seeing what is final version here. So here is a previous one that I did. You see this image, and you can click on it. It shows you the image, and then you can, of course, download the image. Okay, and PNG is better typically because it's a lossless compression instead of JPEG, and then it should allow you to basically download the picture, and then you should be able to see that picture here, which is this guy. Okay, so this is, you see, high quality rendering. Now, of course, here I assume some mess up with the decal, but my goal is really not to teach you how to do rendering because I'm not the expert in marketing or anything, but just wanted to show you the tools. So hopefully this one was useful to you. You learned some basics of how to create gears and how to do the rendering in Fusion 360. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.